I'm Rusha. I'm a DJ producer from Leeds. I make a bit of dubstep, grime and UK bass, and I'm currently resident for Subconscious Leeds, Brockout and Radio Frequency. And to produce I use a mixture of things at the moment. I'm using Fruity Loops for my sequencer. I've got a mixture of plugins I use with a lot of Profit, and I'm using a lot of Tractor's inbuilt effects modules to like remix tracks after they're finished. It's kind of a new thing I've got at the moment. I'm finishing the track and then doing my VIP before I even get the release out. It's been a while now. I've been producing since about 2006. I used to make drum and bass, and that was really what got me into all this in the first place. And as it gone on, found about dubstep, and it's all kind of evolved from there. I was originally in bands, and I did the whole punk band thing for a bit, and it got to the point where I got sick of waiting for people to practice stuff. So I eventually started making tunes on myself, and that
becoming independent.
Yeah, becoming independent and making my own tunes, relying on what I wanted to do at the time, and it eventually just became drum and bass. Like Radio Frequency was starting to kick off around that time, and it was just something that I was really feeling at the time. So it was a while. It was really something that I've been trying out to do for a while. I'd played on a few other stations, online stations about, and then Radio Frequency was booming when I first got into it, and there's so many good DJs that I've aspired to play with over the years that were on that station. Eventually I just got my demo mixing, and I think I got myself up to the point where they were willing to accept me to play on the station. Basically, the B-Side project is a production competition across the UK. What they do is they get 30 producers and 30 live acts, and they pair those acts up, and basically the bands will do a version of a song, and the DJs or producers will remix that, and they pick the top 10 from each town, and each top 10 will go forward to be released on an album for each city. I managed to I won the Leeds competition and got into the top 10 on that one, but I kind of complained about my track because it was pretty much a guitar wav and a little vocal snap, and there was nothing to it, there's nothing to work with, so I complained a bit, and they entered me into the Sheffield competition. But it turns out that my track was alright for the first one, and I ended up winning the Sheffield one as well and getting on both albums for both towns. That was a couple of years ago now, but yeah, Outlook Festival, it was the warm-up party, and there was a load of ruckus with an MC who was getting a bit too drunk and a bit too reckless, and I was just as drunk, to be honest, but I ended up grabbing the mic off him and just throwing down a few bars. I'm not even an MC like you say, but just throwing down some bars, shouting out at all my boys and that, and it was alright, to be fair. I got a bit hype, ended up standing on some tables MCing for a while. Brockout's basically, it's a night I started a while ago to get a lot of my mates playing. Like, there's a lot of DJs in Leeds that I've been kind of trying to support and push for a while, and Brockout was just like a logical step. We used to hold it at Elbow Rooms, and it didn't kick off as well as we would have hoped, but this time round we've got it at Cedric Avenue, and it's the first Friday of every month, and what we do is we have as residents on, and every month we switch up the 3 DJs, and they can be anything from hip hop to grime, dubstep, bass lines, anything at all. And we're just basically trying to get through all the guys who are worth playing in Leeds, go and play night on night, and just getting people's names right and getting people onto more of a scene where these people can get in contact with each other a lot easier. It's all going well. It's starting to kick off hard, I hope it would. Every night's busier, and every night we're adding something different onto it. There's so many people that are kind of not getting the respect they deserve at the moment. Kyson, definitely check out Kyson's SoundCloud, /Kyson. He's got some beats, and he's just not one for pushing himself online, but he's got them tracks. The Tomorrow people, the group of lads who are really pushing some really different stuff. They've all had different backgrounds, and now they've all kind of come together and they're getting something really decent together. Other than that, Kawook's really bringing some deep stuff at the moment. I don't even know how to describe it. It's something else. It's like he's taken dubstep back to its roots and then stripped it down again and just made something completely new. The one thing I can say is just stay at it. There's so many people doing what you want to do right now, and with the internet it's so easy to get in touch with these people, and people are pretty nice. They don't be afraid to approach certain people in positions of what seem power or whatever, or just get in touch with anyone, speak to people. That's the best way to get anything you want, and just networking. I've got a load of tracks that I'm hopefully going to finish soon. I'm working on an album at the moment, and I'm also working on a bit of a live set. I'm wanting to switch over to Wordle, and it's just something I've been looking into for a while, and I'm actually getting to the point where I think I've got the resources to do that. If you want to check me out online, I've kind of simplified it all recently. It's onesheet.com/RushaDJ.